Hey personal trainers, it's Anthony Spark from PD for PTs here. I wanted to share a resource with you that I've been using for quite some time for both myself and for people who I talk to about their businesses. It's called the One Page Business Plan, and it's to try and simplify this crazy business plan thing. Back in the old RTO days, I would have people write business plans that would be from sort of 8 to 10 to 20 pages. And if we can get everything documented into one page, into one resource that you can refer to on a regular basis, I think it makes business a whole lot easier. And I think we'd be a lot more likely to actually document our business plan if we knew it was a short format. So this is the process that I go through, as I said, for both myself and for clients I work with, just to try and get everything clear in their own mind, and in their own mind also on a bit of paper to say, this is what you do, this is what I need to do, what if I'm going to achieve the goals that I set for myself, here's the plan to do so. So like my good mate Simon Sinek says, start with why. Let's work out why you want to run this business, what outcomes. You can see right next to why I've got revenue. Let's understand this. A business is a commercial enterprise which needs to make money. So I'm asking you to say, how much money do you want to make? Let's just start with why, as Simon says. Why do you need to do this business? What's in it for you? Other than money, why is this a great business idea for you? Because if it's not drawing you towards it, it's really hard to sustain this. If you're doing this for somebody else, it's hard to keep that focus on doing the hard yards. Business is hard. Let's not kid ourselves that it's a freaking walk in the park. It's not. There are times when you look at yourself and go, why the hell am I in business? Why don't I just go and get a job and work for somebody else and get paid a regular amount of money? Make sure you know what's in it for you that will drive you during those tough days when you don't want to necessarily go to work. Secondly, your clients. Why do your clients or your prospective clients or your future clients need you to run this business? Why are their lives going to be better because they've been able to benefit from your knowledge, your IP, your secret sauce, whatever that happens to be? And lastly, why is the world a better place because you've got this business running? So if we put that into context, you might decide that you want to make a stand in the world and you want to make some money and you want to be significant and all that sort of thing. And your clients, the people who you interact with, they want to feel fantastic and they want to feel terrific. But if you're a terrorist and that means you blow shit up and you hurt people, the world is not a better place because of you. So I'm going to say it's a rubbish business plan. But if you decide that you want to make some money and make the world a fitter place, like most PTs do, and your clients need you because at the moment 63% of Australians are overweight or obese, and you know that healthy bodies mean healthy families, which means healthy kids, which means happier lives, that's a good business plan, good start in a business plan. Be honest about your 12-month revenue, what you'd like to achieve. There's a delicate balance between being realistic and striving for something that's slightly beyond your reach. So I'm going to suggest your 12-month financial goal, break that down into what do I need to earn on a month-by-month basis, and then just do 5 days a week. Don't pretend you're going to work 7 days a week. 5 days a week, how much revenue do I need to make every day in order to bring about that 12-month goal? And that will tell you whether it's realistic or not. If you want to make $1 million, you're going to have to do $20,000 a week. That's $4,000 a day. That's $500 an hour. Work it out that way. Don't just kind of go, I'd love to make $100,000. Break it down into bite-sized pieces and go, all right, if I need to make $1 million, $20,000 a week, what can I sell and deliver to someone that is worth that sort of money? All right, let's talk about your target market. Who are they? Let's dig into a little bit of who you want to work with. So for example, my online PT business is called Fit Fellas. It's for 40 plus males. It's the worst demographic in the marketplace, but that's who I want to work with. You work out who it is that you want to work with. This is not just for PT. You can apply this to any sort of business you like. What is it that you want to do? So my whole thing with Fit Fellas is I want to help 40 plus year old men lose 5 centimeters from their gut during an 8-week period. So very clear about what the outcome is that I'm going to use. But what do you want to do? What are you going to do for the marketplace that's going to be worth something to somebody? And how are you going to do it? With FitFellows, I'm 100% online, but in saying that, there is also daily accountability. I've got things in place that my clients have to check in each day, tell me about their workout, tell me what's going on with their food intake, and most importantly, keep their head in the right place. So they are being brainwashed to believe in their athletes. And I know that if they think they're athletes, they're going to keep exercising on a regular basis, and eating well is not going to be really, really hard work. So how are you going to deliver yours? You might do boot camps. You might work in a gym and pay rent already. You might want to do your own thing. So work out what that side of it looks like. We've got a little, almost an ecosystem of products here. So there's 3 sections here. Each product must solve a problem. So if your product doesn't actually solve someone's problem, you'll go out of business. You can't sell anything unless it's solving a problem. So in the FitFellows, the problem is that men are fat. They've got fat guts. It's not pretty. It's very unhealthy. It's not appealing to their loved ones. They don't feel great about themselves. Their kids don't necessarily go, wow, dad's fit. There's a whole bunch of problems. But if you can't elegantly describe what the problem is that you solve, then you're in a little bit of bother. I've also got 3 levels here. So I'm going to suggest there might be 3 different price points. So there might be a low barrier entry that someone can, just have a casual session with you, and that might be $50 or $20 for your boot camp or something like that. And then work out what sort of volume do you need to produce on a daily basis, which is going to go back to your daily revenue goal. Your next step up might be you get someone in a package where they do 2 or 3 boot camps a week, and your big total and complete solution to your client's biggest problem might be a combination of a certain amount of group X sessions, some nutritional support, put them into a private Facebook group with a bunch of like-minded people, and make sure that they are being brainwashed and served and supported on a regular basis. So with regards to your marketing plan, on a quarterly basis, in order to achieve the financial goals of 12 months, what do you need to be achieving on a quarterly basis? So let's work out, I need to do every 3 months, I need to do this many paid Facebook ads. So not boosts, just paid Facebook ads. I need to get some opportunity to speak in front of groups. I need to do this many free sessions or half price sessions or some low barrier entry session to get people involved in. So this is more global stuff. Then on a monthly basis, I need to do 1/3 of whatever I've suggested here on a quarterly basis. So that means each month I'm going to do 20 Facebook Lives. I'm going to do 20 Facebook updates on my fan page. I'm going to comment on 50 people, 2 people per day, say, over that period. I'm going to make comments in other people's groups to get credibility in the marketplace, to make sure I stand out. And then on a daily basis, what are the things that I'm going to do daily to fulfill my marketing plan? So I'm going to make sure that I do my Facebook Live. I'm going to contact this many people. I'm going to look for this many speaking opportunities. I'm going to talk to this many people about joint venture arrangements, that sort of thing. So whatever the case may be, when it's right there in front of you on a 1-page business plan, you can see it and you go, shit, that's the stuff I need to do. All right, lastly, what are the resources required? I've mentioned a lot about Facebook ads here. If you don't know how to run a Facebook ad, I'm going to say in business today, you need to be able to run Facebook ads. So that's an absolute requirement. If you're going to do boot camps, do you have a space to get your boot camp involved? Do you have all the knowledge that is required to run the business that you want to run? Other than Facebook advertising, what other things are there that you need to learn or outsource or acquire in order to run your business successfully? And then these columns these are skills I already have. I know how to run Facebook ads. I love running Facebook ads. I really enjoy that. So I already have that skill. If I don't have that skill, I either need to learn that skill by acquiring that knowledge, or I need to get someone to help me with that. From a marketing perspective, do I know how to set up an email campaign? If I don't, I either need to learn it, acquire that skill, or I need to give it to someone else to do. I'm going to suggest that it's always better to acquire skills when you need to so you can master it. Really big when it comes to marketing and sales in particular. I think they're two jobs that the boss has to do and get to the point where you're so darn busy that you just don't have time to do it, rather than outsource it. Because if that person is any good at sales and they're not earning enough money where you are, they'll move on and you're back to being, okay, I've got no sales, I've got no revenue coming through. You be the master of marketing, you be the master of sales, and once you have those skills, then you can outsource it to somebody else, because then you'll know where they're doing a good job. And if they're not, you can say, get out of here, I'm going to do it myself, and bring more people into the business. So I know it's short and sweet, but that's the way that I reckon a one-page business plan works really well. It means everything's in one document right in front of you. You can refer to it on a daily basis. You can remind yourself why you're in business. You can remind yourself of the revenue targets. You can update this as you go if you need to. You can change your products to suit the market as you go along, tweak the price points and the volume as required. You know what you need to do in a marketing plan on a quarterly, monthly, and daily basis, and you know what sort of resources are required. You might decide that you need to add a few rows down here to accommodate for a whole bunch more resources that you're learning along the way. But one of the things that we know in business is that it's never a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. So if you're saying, well, I don't know how to do this marketing thing, I can't run my business, that's not a lack of resources, that's just you not thinking outside the square, saying, what can I do in order to drive my business further forwards? Hope this has been helpful. I'm going to drop this into one of the comments section, so if you want to access it, you can do so. If you want to have a chat with me about it, shoot me a message. Love to have a quick chat with you. And if you need to know anything about business planning or organisation structuring, professional development, all that stuff, just reach out. Cheers.